Hello from Myrtle Beach. Today we are actually up in North Myrtle Beach. It is a city that is just north of beautiful Myrtle Beach, and it's beautiful in its own right and has sort of a chill, relaxed vibe that we really enjoy. Hi, I'm Carmen. If you're new here, we cover everything Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, and if you're a return viewer, welcome back. We are so glad to have you with us. So if you are not familiar with North Myrtle Beach, like I said, it's just to the north of Myrtle Beach, and it is a separate city. It's a different incorporated city than Myrtle Beach, and it encompasses 4 other beaches that used to be separate, and then I think it was in the 1960s. Feel free to leave a comment if you know for sure. These beaches combined into one city. It has Cherry Grove, Ocean Drive, Crescent Beach, and Windy Hill, and we are currently in the Crescent Beach section right now, and we will pass through those sections, some of them as we drive by, and you can tell by the street signs. If you're curious, the street sign will have a little line under it that tells you which section you're in, so you can still see the separate sections. Little fun fact, those of you who don't know, we are locals now. We also had a vacation home 20 years here before we moved here to the Myrtle Beach area. And our first condo that we almost bought here was in Cherry Grove. I mean, we were to the point of closing and then something fell through. So we almost had a place here, but we ended up getting a condo in Myrtle Beach instead. And of course, the rest is history, as they say. But we still have a fondness for this area. My parents had a house in North Myrtle Beach for quite some time. And so we're familiar with and fond of this part of the area. The Grand Strand, you may hear mentioned in South Carolina, is actually a strand of 60 miles of beautiful beaches, and North Myrtle Beach is on the Grand Strand. Well, you see right there, Grand Strand Resorts over to the left, that sign. So we are part of the Grand Strand, and this is the main strip in North Myrtle Beach, also sometimes called Hotel Row, where you see all the hotels. You're going to see a lot of condo rentals, house rentals. Some of these would be permanent homes, but a lot of what you see are rentals. And so if you want to stay in North Myrtle Beach, you're going to have a lot of different options, a lot of places to stay. We do get a lot of questions of where to stay. We actually haven't stayed at a hotel in North Myrtle Beach, and I don't like to recommend things I haven't verified myself, but I recommend going to TripAdvisor and checking out the reviews there. We've had pretty good luck doing that when we travel ourselves. And we do have a few hotel reviews on our channel. You can look up that playlist. Anytime you want to find something on our channel, just look up Carmen and Brian Myrtle Beach on YouTube. And then you can go to our channel page and you can look through all our playlists and all our videos. Or if you want to search for a specific topic, you can do that as well. We're having an amazing day today. I'm hoping to get this video out the day that we're filming it, so you're seeing it the same day, and it is gorgeous. It is in the 70s today. It is sunny. It is beautiful. So for this time of the year, this is an incredible day today. So we're going to definitely be out making the most of it, because we're going to do some other stuff today besides this video. So if you are used to our Ocean Boulevard drive, so this is Ocean Boulevard in North Myrtle Beach, and we want to talk about what's new in 2025. And if you know of anything else new that we don't mention, definitely mention that in the comments below. That helps other people, and we greatly appreciate that, and we're always interested in the information. But one big difference between this Ocean Boulevard and Myrtle Beach Ocean Boulevard is there are no bike lanes. That biker reminded me as we were going by. There are no bike lanes on this road, but it is wide. You've got the 2 car lanes, and it's also, unless you're here just during peak tourist season, it's just a little less congested than Myrtle Beach's Ocean Boulevard, but it depends on the time of the year. This can get quite busy as well. Also, you'll notice a difference. There's a little less packed in high rises than what you'll see in Myrtle Beach. I'm not saying there's not high rises. We're going by some right now. That's why we don't have any sunlight right now. We're in the shade. But there are plenty of areas without the high rises, and that's sort of a big difference as well between the two. And so let's talk about what is new in 2025. We do have some news. They are adding let's see what they call it, a walkover. They're adding a walkover. It's a wooden walkover at 62nd Avenue North. And if you're coming anytime soon, that will affect the 2 parking lots closest to 62nd Avenue North while they work on that walkover. But that's going to be a pedestrian walkover, so that's going to be nice. You see all the little signs and the gift shops right here. To our left is Main Street, and that is definitely the main drag, if you will, here in North Myrtle Beach. We do have a walking tour of Main Street on our channel, so again, you can look up Carmen and Brian on YouTube, put North Myrtle Beach Main Street, and that video will come right up, and you can watch that. And we show you everything that Main Street has to offer, and that's a fun place to hang out. There's a lot of music happening there. There's a lot of, you know, bars, restaurants. That's where you kind of want to hang out while you're here. So it's a great place here, especially in the evening. Like, we filmed our walk a little bit more in the morning when it's less crowded, but in the evening it really picks up in the tourist season or the warmer season. And so just like Myrtle Beach, they have a small section here that's similar to Myrtle Beach's Golden Mile, and we're coming up on that now, where you have mostly residential homes. Now, a lot of these, again, are going to be rentals. They're not all private, you know, homes that people live in, but you're going to see these sort of, I know they don't, well, some look big like that one on the left. They don't all look like mansions, but you're looking at multi-million-dollar houses right now just because of the location, especially the ones on the right side of the road, but I guarantee you a lot of these on the left side as well. And so this is kind of a nice premium area because of the lack of hotels and high rises. And so it's very similar to that Golden Mile in Myrtle Beach. That's a mile of just houses in Myrtle Beach as well. It exists towards the northern end of Ocean Boulevard in Myrtle Beach. And again, we have videos of that, of the one in Myrtle Beach, if you're interested in that. But again, nice wide roads, sidewalks, definitely a pedestrian friendly area. I think it would be relatively bike friendly despite the lack of a bike lane. So this would be a nice area to either walk or bike and enjoy and take in these beautiful houses. You know, some look pretty modest, but don't let the size fool you. I mean, these are definitely super. Well, I saw a lot in Myrtle Beach just sold, a hotel bought it, a piece of property that's oceanfront for $12 million. And that was just for the property. That was not for a building. Now, I assume that piece of property was bigger than an average house size, but still, that gives you a feel for how much the property right on the ocean is worth. You know, it's limited space. There's only so much oceanfront space, period, and definitely within this area. So you see her in shorts and tank top. That's what I'm wearing. I've got shorts and a sleeveless shirt. It is just crazy weather for this time of year. Wonderful. We've been having a lot of warm weather. So we had snow 2 weeks ago. We had record-breaking snow 2 weeks ago, and now we're in the 70s. And this whole week has been pretty nice. I think next week we get back more to, I would call it seasonably normal, where the highs are in the 50s, which I think for this time of the year is probably closer to normal. There's the pepper tree. And if you're not familiar with the weather in this area, like in North Myrtle Beach, it varies a lot this time of the year. If you're watching this video when it came out, most of the year it's either mild or hot, one or the other. We do occasionally get cold, like that freak snow. That was definitely really strange. I mean, that was not normal here. It very rarely snows and definitely doesn't normally snow that much. But you can get snow here. It's just really unusual. What I will say though, if you do come here in the winter, since we're still in the winter right now, definitely bring cold weather clothes. It can turn really cold here and the wind can make it feel even colder. But you're also just as likely to get a day like this where everybody is in shorts. It's just, you know, you see the palm trees, they don't survive where it's too cold. They just can't. Also, this grocery store and deli to my left is very popular here in North Myrtle Beach. It's sort of unique, and it's a place that a lot of people go to when they're here on vacation, so it's something to consider while you're here. Also, we're getting into, we really love this area. That's why we almost bought a condo in this area, to Cherry Grove. If you're not familiar with Cherry Grove, it actually goes out onto a little point, so to speak, and you have the marsh on the left of us right now, and you have the ocean to the right. And so some of these places on the left, in fact, the condo we looked at had a view out one of the windows where you could see the marsh. And so that's really neat. And if you're into fishing, it kind of makes it a neat place. And they do have the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier here. And that has reopened. We brought that to you when it reopened. It was damaged during a hurricane, and it has now been repaired and reopened. Wow, they've really got some bumps in their road right now. I think they're doing some road work here. It's very bumpy. Hopefully that won't transfer too much onto the video, but it's a bit rough in this area for us. So here comes the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier that I mentioned. I've actually fished on that pier before. It's been many years, but that was back when my parents used to have a house here. And there were plans in that parking lot right there to put a Hampton Inn, but I haven't heard anything about that in a couple of years, and it doesn't look like they're working on it. So I'm starting to think that's not going to happen. If you have heard anything about that, let us know in the comments. If you're liking this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. Give it a like. That helps other people find our videos, so we are super appreciative anytime someone gives us a like. We really appreciate that, and we love to hear from you. When is your next vacation, and are you staying in North Myrtle Beach, or somewhere else like Surfside, Garden City, Murrells Inlet? There's all kinds of places here. I could just keep going. Pawleys Island, Litchfield Beach, they just keep coming. So let us know when your next trip is and where you're going to be staying. We love to hear from you and love to hear about your trips, because we remember those days. It's not been so long that we can't remember how much fun it is to come here on vacation. It's just a special place. It's a place that we absolutely love. That's why we moved here. Definitely recommend moving here if you can. It's a great place to live. We love living here. It's not for everybody, but it definitely suits us. We really enjoy the weather, and we enjoy all the outdoor activities. There's so many wonderful places here. And if you're looking for things to do while you're in North Myrtle Beach, definitely check out Barefoot Landing. We are going to have an updated video on Barefoot Landing out very, very soon. But if you want to, you can check out one of our existing Barefoot Landing videos. That's a great place to go for restaurants, shopping, other entertainment. There's all kinds of things in that area. There's Alligator Adventure, there's Duplin Winery, there's House of Blues. So there's just so much to do in that area. Also, if you go to the left from here, you'll go to Kings Highway. 17, scratch the Kings Highway part. You'll go to Highway 17, and that will give you a bunch of putt-putt courses, a bunch more restaurants, gift shops, all kinds of stuff. So if you're looking here and wondering where all of that is, besides Main Street that I mentioned, that's where you would want to go. And it's not far from here. It's just a short drive to the left of where we're at right now. Also, if you're not familiar with Cherry Grove, another thing I'll mention about it is a dead end at the end of this road. It does not connect out. So what's nice about that is you don't get a ton of traffic that comes down all the way to the end, because you just have to turn around to go back out. And so that's kind of nice. If you're down on this end, you have less of that, of people just sort of, if you want to call it cruising or whatever, you're going to get less of that on the far Cherry Grove end. Wow, we've got some massive construction, so that's new. I mean, that's huge. Massive new, I guess they're condos from the looks of it, I would guess. Those are huge. I think the last time we drove through here, they were just starting that, like putting in pillars and stuff. I think I vaguely remember that in our last video. It really, oh yeah, to the left, we just passed it, is the place that we almost bought. So it would have been pretty cool. We've been right across the street from the beach. We were so close, but it didn't happen. So you see the dead end sign. So yeah, you just come right up here to the end, and that's pretty much it. But so these down here on this end, like I said, there's pretty private, which is really nice. If you'd like to learn more about Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.